Hello everyone, I hope you are great. Welcome to زبانیکا YouTube channel. My name is پریسا. سلام دوستان، اسمم پریسا هستش. به کانال یوتیوبی زبانیکا خوش اومدید. So today we're gonna learn 50 new ways in order to improve our pronunciation. امروز میخوایم با هم دیگه 15 راه جدید یاد بگیریم که تلفظمون رو بهتر بکنیم. Now I know that pronunciation could be a tricky business for most of you guys out there. I know that you are struggling, but don't worry about it. If you do the things that I tell you to do, you're gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. من میدونم که pronunciation میتونه سخت باشه، میتونه گاهی اوقات باعث بشه که شما خجالت زده بشین از اینکه بخواین جلوی بقیه صحبت بکنین، چون بقیه نمیفهمن شما چی میگین. اما don't worry about it. نگران نباشین. ما با هم دیگه یاد میگیریم که چجوری این مسئله رو این اسکیل رو در واقع بهترش بکنیم توی خودمون. Okay, good. So the first one is our lips, our tongue, and our throat. Okay, the most important thing about these three is, well, we pronounce things with these three: our lips, our tongue, and our throat. ما با این سه تا عضو بدنمون کلمات رو تولید میکنیم، تلفظ میکنیم. So it's very important to be aware of it, to be aware of them when we are pronouncing things. Now I know it's impossible to be aware of them when you're talking to people, but at home you can practice it, okay? من متوجه هستم که وقتی داریم با بقیه بیرون صحبت میکنین گاهی اوقات ممکنه که خب شما نمیتونید حواستون به همه این سه تا باشه، ولی خب توی خونه میتونید تمرین بکنید. پس باید حواستون به این سه تا باشه. اگه این سه تا رو حل بکنید you've got no problems. Okay, good. So our lips. Okay, so sometimes our lips are like this, sometimes our lips are like this. Okay, so for example, when I pronounce the word beat, it's like smile. Okay, it's like I'm smiling. Beat or cheese. Okay, so I can remember that when I pronounce beat, so it's like beat, e. Okay, but how about boat? What are my lips doing? Boat, o. Okay, so it's like o, like when you are surprised or shocked. Ooh. Okay, so boat. Great. So this is your tongue. Okay. خب میریم سراغ زبونمون. Now sometimes we pronounce things with the front. با جلوی زبونمون تلفظ میکنیم. یه وقتا با g, like g. So we pronounce it with the back of our tongue. Okay. یه وقتا با جلوی زبونمون مثلا ال رو ما با جلوی زبونمون ازش استفاده میکنیم. یه وقتا با g آخر زبانمون ازش استفاده میکنیم. So it's very important to be aware of that too. So our throat. Okay, so sometimes it moves, sometimes it doesn't. یه وقتا گلومون تکون میخوره وقتی ما صداها رو تلفظ میکنیم، یک وقتایی نه تکون نمیخوره. For example, the, look at my throat, the, like dentist. Not dentist, dentist. The, okay, the. Does it move? Yes. But how about te? Tree, te, te. It doesn't move. تکون نمیخوره. خب پس میتونیم به این قضیه هم توجه بکنیم وقتی که داریم کلمات جدید رو یاد میگیریم. از من به شما نصیحت، وقتی که دفعه اول میخواین یک کلمه رو یاد بگیرین مهمترین وقته، یعنی که بخواین پرونانسیشن درستش یاد بگیرین. پس به خودتون نگید که خب حالا این که مهم نیست، من معنیش یاد میگیرم بعدم میرم چه میدونم پرونانسیشنش حالا تو اسپیکینگ هم درست میگم فلان فلان. نه، همیشه سعی کنید از همون اول تمام این چیزایی که میگم رو رعایت بکنید و دیگه مشکلی در آینده دیگه نخواهید داشت باهاش. Okay, trust. Now you might ask, how can I pay attention to what my lips, tongue and throat are doing at the same time? Well, I would say you could use the mirror. Okay, so you could pronounce things in front of the mirror in order to see what your throat, lips and tongue are doing. پس میتونین با استفاده از آینه میتونین تو آینه نگاه کنین، کلماتو بگین. It's a great practice. Okay, and try to every time try to better yourself, every time try to improve your pronunciation by comparing yourself to a native speaker, so in order to make yourself a better speaker, English speaker. Okay, great. So another way is to record yourself. This is very effective. If you don't have a teacher around or somebody native to speak English with, you could always record yourself on your phone or on a recorder, and afterwards you could listen to yourself and see if you're doing okay or you need improvement. Okay, which words are problematic, which words are easy for you. Okay, you could create a checklist. Okay, the problematic, the challenging words, and you could keep repeating them. You could listen to the dictionary, look at a native speaker when they are pronouncing it to see what these are doing. پس میتونید با ضبط کردن خودتون بعدش هم که به خودتون گوش بکنید میتونید خودتون رو improve بکنید. Okay, great. So another way. Now I know that nowadays most of you have smartphones, and smartphones, most of them have this technology, voice texting. What is voice texting? When you say things instead of writing them. So for example, when I want to text my friend, I say, hi, how are you, how are you doing, or things like that. So I just say it, I don't write it. And the app will recognize my voice if my pronunciation is correct. So you could always use voice texting to see if the app recognizes your pronunciation. For example, if you are saying, I don't know, hi, how are you doing? If the app recognizes, hi, I don't know, how is everything? So that means that your pronunciation probably is not correct and you need to improve it. And Siri, always, if you have iPhone, you could use Siri. You could talk to Siri, hey Siri, where is the nearest coffee shop? And if Siri says, sorry, I didn't catch that, that's your clue. That wasn't all right. But if Siri says, okay, I have found 4 nearest coffee shop, then you could be sure that your pronunciation was okay. پس میتونید از voice texting یا سیری استفاده بکنید. مثلا میگین تلفنتون تشخیص نه، اگه تشخیص درست داد یعنی که check pronunciation is alright. اگه که نه خب پس بعد روش کار بکنید. Another effective way in order to improve your pronunciation is to memorize the International Phonetic Alphabet. What is that? Usually at the end of the dictionary or in the beginning of it, you could see some brackets and some examples which tells you how to pronounce a word. For example, I'm learning the word be, okay, and I search it in a dictionary. Now I know that I should write it like this, but I see also a little bracket beside it which says this. Now what is this? Okay, this is telling you how to pronounce it. See, this little I means it's a long E, so it's B, not B. Okay, so it's B. If you memorize it, you will be able to read these and know how to pronounce the word in a correct way. پس یه لیستی که شما باید یاد بگیرین تمام صداهای انگلیسی توش نوشته شده و اینکه هر کدوم چجوری نوشته شده. هیچ ربطی نداره به اینکه شما چجوری کلمه رو می‌نویسید. این صرفا به خاطر اینه که بدونید چجوری پرونانسش بکنید، چجوری تلفظش بکنید. پس این رو باید به خاطر بسپارین و هر وقت تو دیکشنری سرچ می‌کنید یه چیز کوچولی مثل این می‌بینید که این به شما میگه چجوری کلمه رو تلفظ بکنید. Okay, great. Another way for you to improve your pronunciation is to compare different sounds and words. صداهای مختلف رو با هم مقایسه بکنید ببینید فرقشون چیه. کلمه‌های مختلف رو با هم مقایسه بکنید ببینید فرقشون چیه. For example, seat and seat. So what's the difference yeah, it's my mouth. So it's seat, it's a long E, and this one is sit. It's a short E. Okay? So do this. It's very good. And another way is to know where to put stress on the word. What do I mean by stress? منظورم از استرس چیه؟ وقتی که مثلا به شما میگن استرس رو بذارین توی بخش اول کلمه یا بخش دوم کلمه، به شما میگه که کلمه رو باید بلندتر یا طولانی تر اون بخشش رو تلفظ بکنید. For example, when I say 13, okay, and when I say 30. So most of the times when you say 13 and 30, people don't understand the difference, okay? That's because you don't know stress, probably, if people don't understand you. So yeah, when you search it in the dictionary, usually it's shown by a little dot above the part of the word. So it's 13. In the dictionary, it would be something like this probably. So you know that you should put the stress in the second part of the word. Okay, great. So another way is to know intonation. Now, intonation usually makes sense in a sentence. It's how your language rhymes. Okay, چجوری آواز کلمتون چجوریه. مثلا دیدین حالا مثلا فرانسوی من بلد نیستم، وقتی که به فرانسوی گوش میدم یه آوازی داره، وقتی که به ترکی گوش میدم یه آوازی داره، وقتی به فارسی گوش میدم یه آوازی داره. انگلیسی هم قاعدتاً اینتونیشن خودش داره. rise and falls. اوکی؟ معمولاً یه جورایی برخورد شما رو نشون میده. شما میتونید مؤدب باشین با اینتونیشن، میتونید بی‌ادب باشین، میتونید عجله داشته باشین، میتونید کاملا ریلکس باشین. مثلا وقتی که داریم یه جایی دوستون میگه منم بیام عجلم ندارم، میگه که can you give me a ride? Yeah, get in. So this was flat, no rises or falls. But when you are in a hurry and your friend asks you to give her or him a ride, say, okay, yeah, but get in. So you see, falls and rises. So for example, in this one, try to see whether it rises or falls. So was it expensive? Yeah, you're right. It wasn't rise. So was it expensive? So you show your attitude. Yeah, that's good. So great. Another way for you to improve your pronunciation is to be aware of contractions. از کلمه‌ای که خلاصه میشن باید بدونین که کدوما خلاصه میشن، چجوری تلفظ میشن. This is very important if you want to understand people well, and if you can use it in your conversations and your speaking in order to sound more natural. So it's, for example, we connect two words and basically they will become one word. So for example, I am, the short form, the contraction form is I'm, okay, and he will is like he'll, like he'll, like this, tap it, okay. پس خلاصه ها رو یاد بگیرید. توی لیسنینگتون خیلی درتون میخوره. توی اسپینگ اگه میخوایم more natural باشین, of course you should learn it. And it's easier, by the way. It's easier and shorter to talk like this. Great. Another fun way, if you have a good voice, is to sing. Try to imitate your favorite artists. Of course, I mean the English artists. آواز بخونید برای خودتون. از خواننده‌هایی که دوست دارین توی انگلیسی سعی بکنید که شعرشون رو بخونید و سعی بکنید که سعی کنید بیشتر شبیه اون رو بشین، بیشتر شبیه اون بشین که of course that's the correct pronunciation. Now of course I won't recommend Eminem. You may love him, but he sings very fast. But I would recommend some singers that sing a little bit slower and with more clear pronunciation, like Beatles or Frank Sinatra. So you could use their songs. از این خواننده ها به خاطر اینکه تلفظشون خیلی واضح تر هست و آروم تر آواز میخونن، میتونید از اون شروع بکنید، بعد حالا برید حالا سراغ هر کسی که دوست داشتین. Okay, great. Another good way is to see if you have the same sound in your language. For example, I want to learn a pronunciation of the word bird, so I have to learn A and R, which, well, we have the both sounds in Persian too, so you already know how to pronounce it, so easy, good. If you don't have it, on the other hand, you should start from the scratch. بعد از هیچی شروع کنین یاد بگیرین، مثل یه بچه، مثل یه نوزاد که یاد میگیره چجوریه. For example, the sound th, we don't have it in Persian, so you need to بعد برین و از اول ببینید که اصلا چجوری باید تلفظش بکنین و بخونید راجبش رو تا اینکه بتونین پرکتیس بکنید، تا اینکه بتونین کلمه رو، صدا رو، یعنی منظورم اینه که تولید بکنید. Okay, great. So another fun way for you to practice your pronunciation is tongue twisters. Using tongue twisters. Now, what are tongue twisters? Do you know anything about them? For example, Betty butter, but some butter. What did I just say? چی من گفتم؟ کلمه هایی که منظورم اینه که جمله هایی هستن که خیلی صدای شبیه هم دارن. مثلا گوشتم شپش گوش شش بارا. I don't know if I said that correctly, but anyway. So, for example, Betty butter, bought some butter. It's Betty butter, bought some butter. Bought some butter. I'm sorry. So it means یعنی مثلا رفت کره خرید دیگه. حالا هیچ شروع میکنین از آروم آروم میگین، بعد سعی میکنین که تندترش کنین. پس مثلا صدای ب و ا رو اینجوری ایمپرووش میکنین، تقویتش میکنین. میتونین با هم دیگه مسابقه بذارین با دوستاتون، ببینین کدوم میتونه درست سر بگه، کدوم میتونه درست بگه، کدوم میتونه غلط بگه. حالا هرچی کی میبره کی میبازه، اینجوری یاد گرفتن برای خودتون فان بکنین. Okay, great. Okay, great. So another encouraging and effective way for you to improve your pronunciation is to get feedback from your friends. I mean, talk to them and see what they think about your pronunciation. If they think it's good, or if they think you need to improve the sound of, you know, that word that you are pronouncing. So if you have a native speaker friend, that would be perfect. I mean, they know what's the correct pronunciation, so they can help you a lot with it. But if you don't worry about it. You know, because other nationalities have, you know, different pronunciations. So some of them are good at some sounds, some of them are bad at some sounds. So you could, you know, have a little multicultural group and talk to each other and see, for example, you are good at pronouncing e, so you can, you know, use your Indian friend with pronouncing e correctly, and he or she will, I don't know, help you pronouncing se. S, I mean. So yeah, you could do that, but don't do it with friends who make fun of you, because that would be, you know, not good. So پس میتونید با دوستاتون تمرین بکنید، ببینید اگه اونا فکر میکنن پرونانسیشن خوبه، بعد چی رو باید افزایش، چی رو باید خوب کنید، چی رو باید بهتر کنید، چی رو باید بد کنید. I'm sorry. چی رو باید تغییرش بدین، منظورم این بود. چیه توش خوبین و اصلا نیازی نداره. Great. So the key to the improving anything is to practice. Now they have a proverb in English which says practice makes perfect. Means if you want to learn something, you need to practice it. Okay, practice everywhere. Practice at home, practice well, not in the bus, because people make fun of you there. You could practice reading and learning vocabulary though in public places, but yeah, you can practice your pronunciation at home in front of a mirror with your friends, in the English class, and things like that. Okay, even when you are watching a movie or series, try to notice how their lips, tongue and throat are doing when native speakers are pronouncing the word. You could practice almost, you know, all the time. پس تمرین و تمرین و تمرین. Okay, so another great way to try to improve your pronunciation is to check out the best websites that there are out there telling you how to pronounce a specific sound. They have all the charts, and for each sound they will tell you how to pronounce it. So the University of Iowa actually has a great website. They tell you how to do it, and if you practice it, you will be okay. So پس وبسایت های خوب توی pronunciation رو میتونین دنبال بکنین, or you could watch our videos on Zeboniko YouTube channel actually, so you could learn how to pronounce the words in a correct way. Great, so it was a nice, good video. I hope that you have learned something from it. Okay, thanks for watching us on Zeboniko YouTube channel. Till the next time, take care. Bye bye.